abbot of Lumbini Eastern Buddhist Mahavihara and Chief Adhikarana Sanghanayaka or the High Priest of Buddhist Monastic Affairs for the United Kingdom, and permission from other venerable sirs. I would like to start this short PowerPoint presentation on Sri Lanka. And my dear children and dear parents and Sunday school staff, thank you for having me here today. Now, first of all, I would like to touch on one particular word, Sri Lanka. So that is the direct and the most accurate translation of this word. As you see, the island of serendipity. Later on you will know what serendipity means. It's a big word though. So if I say in advance, now you hear about an incredible place in the world, and you only have heard about it, and you've never been there. So somehow, so it would be a once in a life kind of experience if you can make it to that place. So that is how, since ancient times, since time immemorial, other nations felt about Sri Lanka. Some nations came to know through international traders, merchants, that there was such a beautiful island called Lanka, south of India. Some wanted to explore, visit the tiny island of Lanka, having already known what it was. Some never knew that there was something called Sri Lanka. As they circumnavigated the world, they happened to end up on the island of Lanka. So that is how some already knew what Sri Lanka was, some never knew. However, once they stepped onto the island, they felt like never leaving the island. So serendipity means that it is your good fortune that you are able to visit or live in such a place. So marvelous, so incredible that it would be a lifelong privilege, once in a life kind of experience for you to experience and explore and visit and see that island with your own naked eyes. That is what the word serendipity means. See, it's a big word. Now, this short PowerPoint presentation is based on the idea that I have so far explained to you. Now, Sri Lanka has, if there's a country in the world that owns the highest number of names, it is none other than Sri Lanka itself. You can see that before I have this chronological order. So historically, how different nations, how Sri Lanka has been known throughout the human history. If you see the first one, Tamba Parani. Tamba is brown, the color of copper. Parani is ground, sand. So that is the color of the soil, Sri Lankan. So that is Tamba Parani is synonymous with, is identified with Sri Lankan soil, Tamba Parani. And before the 6th century BC, you know what BC means, right? BC means before the birth of Jesus Christ, BC. So 6th century BC means 6 centuries before the birth of Jesus. Now we use two kind of dating systems. So we use before Christ or Christian era. Nowadays we use CE, Christian era. Now this is before, and you know, you are familiar with another something else with this 6th century BCE. Anyone can guess? Buddha was born and lived in the 6th century BC. Buddha was born before the birth, 500 before years, or 500 plus years before the birth of Jesus. So Buddhism predates Christianity. It predates Christianity. Now these are the names. So the earliest name for Sri Lanka was Tamba Tarni. And the second one, you'll see the second point. See how many names? Seelam, Sihala. Anyone can guess what Sihala means? You are familiar with the word Sinhala, right? In Pali, in Pali, Sinhala is called Sihala in Pali. So, and another one is Sailam. And those names were famous between the 6th century BC and the 9th century CE. How many centuries? And the next, when you see the next line, Ceylon, that's the name, that's the bank by that name, which is Ceylon Bank in Sri Lanka. So that is Ceylon. So Seelam, Sihala, Ceylon. That's from 6th century, between 6th century BC and 9th century BC. Then Ceylon, Ceylon. You would see it's the same word, slightly differently pronounced. And you will know who pronounced those names like that. And they are not identically different, they are not different names, but it is the same name that is slightly differently pronounced based on your tongue. And later on, when you go down the PowerPoint, and you will see most of these pronunciations come from Persian and Arabic languages. Persian language is the language that is spoken in modern day Iran. Arabic language is rest of the Middle East. Iran is non-Arabic country. Other Muslim countries are Arabic. Iran is non-Arabic. Our ancestors come from Iran. So Ceylon. And the next one is Lanka. Now that's the word we are familiar with. And Ceylon, Ceylon. Now we are most familiar with the word Sri Lanka, Lanka and Ceylon. That is from the 16th century onwards. More names. It's never going to end. Actually, there are more names, but however, given the short time that has been allocated, I only selected the most important names. Now, Serendip, Serene Dip. You know, the dip, actually it is in Sri Lanka. In English, because you have the same spelling, same pronunciation, dip. You dip something, dip a piece of pang into paripu. But here, dip means actually, this is the actual pronunciation is dip. Dip means deeper. Deeper is Pali and Sanskrit, deeper. Lanka, deeper. So it is, the Western pronunciation is Serendip or Serendip. Serendip is actually deeper. In Sinhalese you call Divaila. In Tamil people call Thivu. In Tamil, Thiv, Thivu. Actually in Tamil language, Thivu is between the and the. It's not Divu, it's not Thivu, it's Thivu. So that's Serendip. And Serene, you can easily remember the word Seren if you play that word in your head. Serene. Serene means what is like samadhi, pacifying, bringing you peace. And next word is Sarandip. All these are Persian and Arabic names. Now look at, and you'll see a picture here. It's nowhere close to the modern political map of Sri Lanka in shape, right? I don't know what shape it is. However, this is a very famous map of Sri Lanka, political map. This map was done by Claudius Ptolemy. It's pronounced Ptolemy. P is silent. Claudius Ptolemy. This is very well known as the Ptolemy's map, Sri Lanka map. And Ptolemy was none other than a 2nd century Greek mathematician and astrologer. So this is the kind of map he came. Actually, even today, right? When you put the world map on a paper, But the world is round, circular, right? But when you observe the actual globe, and when you look at the flat map that is printed on a piece of paper, you will see the map appears, different geographical regions appear in different shapes. Now this is a very famous map of Sri Lanka by Ptolemy, a great mathematician and astrologer. Now here's the key point here. Why the entire world has been in love with Sri Lanka. In a lot of countries, other kingdoms since ancient times have loved Sri Lanka so much. Sometimes people love someone else's wife, not because they really love, but because they want to own, they want to benefit. So that's what happened to Sri Lanka throughout the history. There were so many, like some fake friends come to here, honey, I love you. So that's how some strangers and some people come to you. They don't really love you actually. They want to benefit from you. They want to use you. That's what happened to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was so famous in the world that a lot of countries would come to claiming that they love Sri Lanka. However, most those fake friends ended up invading it, occupying it, not just for a few years but for centuries. So because of serendipity, now see again the meaning. Good luck in making unexpected and fortunate discoveries. Sorry, one bracket is missing. Good luck in making unexpected and fortunate discoveries. That's what serendipity means. Now, sometimes, in America there's a saying, tourists never get lost. They go sightseeing. Sometimes when in my early days in America, sometimes I got a car, got my license and kept driving. Sometimes I got lost. All of a sudden I had ended up in a local community that was famous for something. Then I reminded myself that Westerns say, oh, lucky me, fortunate, how fortunate I am. I ended up in this place. Had I not gotten lost, I shouldn't have been in this place. That's what some people ended up Sri Lanka like that. They never knew where Sri Lanka was. However, they happened to sail by Sri Lanka, and as they saw the island, they wanted to land. They entered the island, they felt like never leaving. And so they would, in their own language, they would call, oh, Sri Lanka is the place of serendipity. Now, since time immemorial, so again, because I did PowerPoint presentation after lunch today, I had only 1 hour. So I rushed to do the PowerPoint, sorry about there are a lot of typos, that I'm reading it out. Since time immemorial, traders have visited Sri Lanka and seen the island is a treasure trove of gems and spices. What is a treasure trove? It's like, now, all of a sudden you come across, you encounter a box. See, when you are exploring an ancient city, all of a sudden you happen to go into an abandoned building, like a castle, and then somehow lucky you, sometimes you see a box, and there was no one around, and you feel like you have seen this on these children's movies. Think about Harry Potter movies, and all of a sudden you see this box and you open it and you keep, and it's full of all jewelries, and you keep, and then you pull them out and you take one by one. Still, it's never ending. There are more to come. There are more. It is like a treasure trove. That's what treasure trove means. A treasure trove of gems and spices. For instance, King Solomon, because I study Jewish history. For instance, King Solomon of ancient Jewish kingdom in 1000 BCE once got shiploads of elephants, 8 peacock jewels and spices from Sri Lanka. A long time ago, and it is well written in Jewish history. But interestingly, Jewish history also mentions the word Lanka. And cinnamon was exported from 1500 BCE, even to this day. Now recently, a few years ago, there was a pharmaceutical company in America, a new capsule, new tablet, new medicine for diabetics. You know, when I visited the university research lab, and they showed me the formula. They said that we can make this medicine unless we have Ceylon cinnamon, only Sri Lankan cinnamon, nothing else, not from Vietnam, not from Thailand, not from the Philippines, but only the Sri Lankan cinnamon. That's the kind of cinnamon that we need. Still so that for years they had stopped their production while they were able to get cinnamon products from Sri Lanka. See, since ancient times, Sri Lanka has been very well known as a place of cinnamon as well. And for the same reasons, different countries invaded Sri Lanka. That's another point. And later we'll come across that. And according to ancient Chinese, Jewish, and Cambodian records, mention Sri Lanka as a divine place, heaven. I know some Cambodian Upasakammas, you know, Buddhist ladies, having in the Cambodian temple in Los Angeles for a few months. And they told me, when those old ladies, when they were studying grade 1, like in 1940s, there was one lesson on heaven. I will include that here. Having that, I should explain that. I couldn't put everything into the PowerPoint. So and they told me, and they said, Bhante, do you know what kind of heaven that we were told? I had no idea. To tell me, well, the lesson on heaven was about Sri Lanka. There was a separate lesson in their textbooks in 1940s in Cambodia. It's heaven. That means Sri Lanka. According to Jewish texts also, my chief supervisor in Miami is a Jewish Buddhist, and he is the one who taught me Judaism. In ancient Jewish texts mention the word Lanka. And that's how famous Sri Lanka was. I just want to give you an idea why people wanted Sri Lanka. As I said, they came saying to Sri Lanka, we love you, or we need, we have no life without you. But not real love. They wanted to invade Sri Lanka. Now, Buddha's choice of Sri Lanka, according to the Mahamans, I know our children, Sunday school children might have heard the word the Mahamamsa. Mahamamsa, that's the chronicle.